putting our information out there on social media. We want people to know where we are, what we do, and all that. And where that is where people also capitalize on that, get to know who we truly are, to be able to profile us without even knowing us personally. You know, financial activities that we actually do, it's all done online. We buy things online and so on. So what if your credit card or debit card information is leaked out there? How people can also prey on that to also do other fraudulent things. So this has really, because people are being trained on how to use computers, but it's not the same amount of effort that is also being taken in order to secure or protect themselves whenever they are actually online. So that is how come the fraudulent and the fraud online has also increased, and the more reason why we would also need to carry out this sensitization, among other things, to help people also better protect themselves from these crimes.
And that's very important. You know, there was a time where I partook in a training where the facilitator said, you know, when you're going to bed, you shut your doors, but most of us don't shut our digital doors. We leave it open. And it's always there. Sometimes, like, we are logged on all the time. Facebook is always there, you know, that kind of thing. So we don't take as much precaution digitally like we do physically. When in fact, your digital footprints can actually travel further and further away from you than you can even imagine. You talked about the dangers that come with it. Yes, of course, that with digitalization has a lot of advantages, but then the disadvantages too are there. But one of the other things that have become very topical is misinformation and disinformation, especially with how digitalized everything is right now, especially with journalism. Everybody's a journalist, right? So they see something, they post it, and people would run with it. Sometimes before you realize it's actually false or misleading, among others. Now, let's talk about the issue of misinformation and disinformation, and then this whole thing, its correlation with cybersecurity. Let's first of all, start by differentiating the two.
Okay, thank you. In cybersecurity, we have what we call core principles, and one of them is about integrity. Integrity means that you cannot modify or alter or make changes to data or information. So anytime you make unauthorized changes or modification to data or information, then we say that integrity is lost. So misinformation and disinformation is related to the core principle in cybersecurity. Misinformation is false information or misleading information that is spread rapidly without the intent of misleading people.
Okay.
Whereby disinformation is false information that is spread with intent of actually misleading people.
Okay, so the major differentiating factor is the intent.
The intent.
One is done deliberately to cause harm.
Yes.
The other is shared harmlessly, but then again, it is misleading information.
Misleading information, yes. And as we know, every time we encounter information or issues that may not be true, for example, people talking about certain prominent people, and then they realize that what they were saying is not true. People talking about government policies that they realize that what they were saying may not be true. So when misinformation and disinformation happens, it brings mistrust in government institutions, in the media, and all of that. So there's risk related to it. That is why we all need to guide ourselves to ensure that this mistrust is not prevalent, because cybersecurity is to put measures in place, what we call security controls, actions that we can take to reduce this. Sometimes you may be there and somebody can send a link to you. I remember sometime maybe then they said that this airline is running promotion, and then you also share it. Sharing false information can even bring phishing.
Yeah.
Because the moment you click on it,
They
you
take
might
your
not know that
information.
there's malicious link attached to it. So it can bring about phishing, and so which is social engineering. That is why it's related to cybersecurity. So we always have to make sure that. And this year, misinformation, disinformation is a key theme for the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month in Ghana.
Okay.
So we are saying that before you share it, think about it. Before you post it, think about it. before you send it, think about it. You don't just have to share something because somebody have sent to you. Just have to, because the person probably did not make any fact checking before sharing or sending to you. So that's what we need to pay
Okay.
particular attention to.
All right. So that's the key role that cybersecurity plays in terms of misinformation and disinformation by putting in some checks and balances.
Yes.
Okay. And in terms of, for instance, collaboration between government and the private sector, what can be done to address the issue of misinformation, disinformation, Doc?
Yes, from the government side, there need to be a legal framework.
Okay.
Because you cannot say someone has erred or someone had published a false information if there is no legal framework that binds us
Yes.
to doing one particular thing. So as a result of that, we all testify to the fact that we have the Cybersecurity Act. We also have other laws like the Data Protection Act, and then we also have the Electronic Transaction Act, among others. These are what the initial thing that government can actually do to ensure that people don't just pick on my photos and then start spreading them and then adding a twist to it. For instance, when you go on TikTok, an activity is going on, someone picks up a phone, records, and then runs their own commentary behind their background, telling totally different thing that is actually happening. But because it is similar to the action taking place, then they run a story. So how can anyone be apprehended or called to order if he or she carries out this? Another example, we all hear of nude photos, nude videos going on out there. People recording others secretly and all that. What does the law says? Do you know people can go to prison if they do this? But many people are not even aware that such thing can even lead to people being arrested. So people encounter this or become victims to such activity and then just sit home and then decide not to do anything. These are all the sensitizations that we are actually having. Yes, the private sector can also organize training for their staff, can create the capacity training so that before anyone does anything, Mr. Ntiamwa spoke about phishing attacks and all that, that people see links about some promotion running out there and then end up sharing such information on company or corporate platforms
innocently.
Innocently, whereby people end up also clicking on such links and then ends up picking up information from our mobile devices, personal and private information, and also leaks them out. That's what phishing also does. So these are all things that the private sector and the government can actually do. And then for us individually, personally, we also owe so much responsibility that before you do anything, you need to be sure
Yes.
who you are actually dealing with, even when you need to share data or even when you need to put out your information on social media. People have so much information about themselves on social media.
Yeah.
You can profile someone, get to know every activity that the person
Every
does,
move they make.
even how to even break someone's or reset someone's account has become so easy. You look at an event, I have your full name because you have posted that online. Your date of birth is there. Then your mother's name, your pet's name. Then you sometimes take pictures and then your house address or home address also comes in. Then I see your Visa card or MasterCard on the table. All I need to do is to just zoom in on that and I can have access to your account. I can reset it because I have all the primary data or primary information I need in order to be able to reset your account. So these are all things that we must do. We shouldn't just look after the government or look up to a corporate organization that they would give us the information that we actually need to be aware of the dangers of cyber security. But we as individuals also owe it a responsibility to also offer that.
Okay, and I understand that the Computer Science Department has a partnership with Smart Think, right?
Yes.
What is this partnership seeking to achieve, and how long has it been on?
Sure. Thank you very much. The Computer Science Department of University of Ghana, we know that universities are research institutions, and we train people to go into diverse fields of study. And we, as computer science department, has also established a cybersecurity unit because we know the growing trend of the dangers of cyber attacks and the need for the manpower or people to be able to occupy positions in cyber security and digital forensics. So we thought it wise that in as much as we are training people for the workforce, we also need an institution that is already in the field, that is offering hands-on, that is also that has a global clout,
Okay.
that can be able to give our students the opportunity to be able to move elsewhere or to get direct employment into companies and organizations, to be able to also practice what they have actually studied in the classroom. So that is where Smart Thing actually came
Comes in,
which
okay.
we decided to go on this partnership.
So how long has it been?
Yeah, we started this sometime last year.
Last year. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how has it been? Has it been fruitful so far?
Yes, so far so good. So we are having a cybersecurity sensitization forum tomorrow.
Okay.
So maybe I should use this medium to invite all stakeholders, key players, individuals who are interested in cybersecurity, because cybersecurity for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not for companies, not for a government institution, it's for everyone. So we invite everybody to come and then learn, create the awareness about cybersecurity. And we are also going to use the opportunity to launch the partnership between Smart Think and Computer Science Department at
Okay.
University of Ghana to provide cybersecurity training, because Smart Think is a SACA authorized cybersecurity trainer.
Okay.
And we are based in the States, and we've trained thousands of individuals who are working in the field, top companies. So we are leveraging on this platform to provide training in Ghana. So to break the skill gap, the cybersecurity skill gap in Ghana, so that everybody who are interested in cybersecurity can also get the opportunity. And once you're into cybersecurity, you can work anywhere. You don't have to travel. You can even sit in Ghana and then work for companies overseas. So it also creates employment. And even that, Smart Thing is also offering scholarship programs to service personnel, the national service personnel, to provide them training, IT training.
Okay. Because I was about asking if there was any form of effort on the side of
Yes.
Smart Thing to also assist
Yes.
the youth, especially to gain some hands-on skills that
Yes.
would help them with employment.
Absolutely. So we are starting with the Greater Accra region.
Okay.
So we are in discussion with the regional, the National Service Coordinating Council,
Okay.
the Greater Accra region, to start with the Greater Accra. So we are starting January
Okay.
to provide IT training for all service personnel, so that they can get the soft skills that they need to help
Yes.
them excel in their various capacities. So once that is completed, we will expand to other parts of the country so that everybody can also benefit.
Okay.
So that is what Smart Think is doing now.
Fantastic. So there's a forum coming up. When exactly is it happening?
Tomorrow at ISA Conference Auditorium
Friday.
at 10 a.m.
So
Yes,
tomorrow, Friday. Okay. So is the auditorium, where is it located?
At University of Ghana campus.
All
ISA
right.
Auditorium at University of Ghana campus.
Which of the departments? The computer
Yes,
science
the computer
department?
science department,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Starting at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so what should people expect, Doc?
Yes, we are bringing in professionals from different sectors, from energy to banking to transport to states prosecutors, telecommunications, and so on, to give us diverse roles and responsibilities that cybersecurity owe in providing security to all these sectors, and
Okay.
the challenges that they face, and the job opportunities that are also available for individuals who usually venture into such.
And we have the guest speaker, who happens to be Dr. Albert Ejibosia, the Director General of National Cybersecurity Authority, who is coming as a guest speaker to great location. So we invite everyone.
Is it free?
Yes, it's free event.
Okay,
It's
all
a
right.
it's a public it's a free event.
All
yes.
right. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on the Morning Star today. We greatly do appreciate your time, and we wish you all the best in tomorrow's forum as well.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, and
Thank
I
you.
wish to wish my brother a happy birthday. Today is
Today
his
is your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to be an October born because yesterday was my birthday.
Oh wow!
So happy birthday to you, even
Thank
though you're an
thank
associate of UG.
Belated birthday to you.
Even though you're an associate of UG. So, happy birthday to you. We wish
Thank
you
you.
all the good things life has
Thank
to
you.
offer. May God richly bless you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
October
you.
Borns
Thank
rock.
you.
Please, which
Yes.
month were you born?
July.
Oh, July. July, yeah. That one, yeah. Means ground. July, yeah. No. October.